Hello everyone, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Sunday, it is 11:56 a.m. and Saturday certainly went well. I'm Rory Paddock, 4 picks from the paddock.co.uk, and I have a copy of the Racing Post with me. Obviously yesterday, talk of the town was, the boy was back, Paisley Park, put that second to Time Hill behind him, and it was an absolutely amazing finish to see that horseman come behind and do as well as he did to claim the long walk. Obviously, hats off to Connections. What a great training performance. What a great performance in general. Two out. He certainly wasn't anything like looking the winner, but it was very game and got his head in front. All systems now go when it comes to the World Hurdle, also known as the Stayers Hurdle. So hats off to Emma Laval's team. Also hats off to Roxana and Time Hill, who put in amazing performances as well. I did tip Roxana each way, so hopefully you got on there. But in terms of the PFTP team, I have to say a massive well done, and I think this headline sums it up really. You can see that there. There we go. Not So Sleepy awakens hopes of another run in Champion Hurdle, and certainly didn't he do it well. Hopefully you saw our write-ups on the PFTP picks from the paddock.co.uk website, and a massive congratulations to fellow pundit Luke Tucker, who did tip up Not So Sleepy. Not only did he write it and put it on our website, so hats off to Luke, he also gave it as his Racing Post nap as well. So a massive, hefty price winner. Hopefully you got on. A little bit of credit for myself as well. I gave 3 horses yesterday. I gave 2 and then ummed and ahed about giving the horse this third one. And I'm so glad I did. Alpen Rose over at Deauville won the 152 at around 5-1. So again, it was a profitable day for me. Certainly profitable for Luke. And profitable across the whole of the picks from the Paddock team. So I've looked at Sunday's action. I've got 2 that make the most appeal in what is, let's be honest, a bit of a drab affair of racing across 3 cards. But nevertheless, the bookies' money is what we're after. So it's time for Sunday's Today's Tips. I am indeed Rory Paddock, 4 picks from the paddock.co.uk, being broadcast live on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. And there are 2 horses that I like the look of today. They're relatively tentative selections. The Racing Fair this Sunday certainly doesn't bring about too much enthusiasm, if I'm being very honest. Obviously everyone's gearing up to Christmas, and obviously the massive amount of action we're going to have on Boxing Day. But nevertheless, there are 2 that I think are worth a mention. And the first one comes over in Ireland at Thurles, or Thurles, depends on how you pronounce it, but it comes in the 1 o'clock, so it's just over an hour away. It's the second race on the card, and it sees me side with a jockey who I love over the bigger obstacles. Rachel Blackmore is a very, very talented jockey, but she seems to show her prowess when chasing as opposed to hurdling. And she climbs back aboard the Henry de Bromhead trained Ask Corey. The 7-year-old finished second off this mark at Fairyhouse last time out. That was over 2 miles 7. Although it was a mammoth. I think it was 27, lengths behind the winner that day. He was way clear of the remainder. I think this additional step up in trip, like I said, he was on over 2 miles 7. He's now over 3 mile 1. I think that should play into his hands. And at 11-2, looks a really decent each way bet, even for small profit if the horse places. The biggest threat I don't feel comes from the short price favourite, Waridi, but actually the lighter raced 5-year-old Fox the Bell, who looks a likely improver and is probably the one that I fear the most. However, Ask Corey, the 1 o'clock, Rachel Blackmore on board, Henry de Bromhead trains is my selection there. And later on in the afternoon we head on over to Southwell, taking a race on the all-weather. Now unfortunately there's only the 7 runners that are set to line up in the 5th race, which is the 4:15. And considering I like a runner at a big price, I'd advise backing this very, very tentatively. Obviously, you know, with there only being those 7 runners, they're only going to be paying the first 2 places. But that being said, at 14-1, Al Sul El looks a huge price. The 4-year-old hasn't tackled 6 furlongs all season and now drops back down to what I would say is preferred trip. His last success came over course and distance back in January. That victory came with more weight on his back than he's got today, and I just feel the current odds look ridiculous. Of course, the informed horses of Spring Romance and the Nosy Parker deserve their spots near the head of the market, but I'm hoping if one of those sort of the main protagonists falter, that John Quinn's runner can certainly pounce at a big price. Al Sul El, very tentative with there only being 7 runners, but he's worth a few pound as a decent each way bet there in the 4:15 at Southwell. Those are my 2 for today. Hopefully I've got ones that perhaps with a bit more conviction for Monday, and I'll get cracking and looking at that very shortly. But those are my 2. Hopefully we can continue to bash the bookies this Sunday. Thanks for any likes, comments and shares. But as always, good luck if you follow.